people of the world, and welcome back to my channel and welcome to yet another book tag. My name is Miss. I'm a writer, I'm a reader, I'm a science fiction and fantasy junkie, so if you're into that kind of stuff, go ahead, hit subscribe. Today I'm going to be doing the 20 questions book tag. I was tagged by Bookworm Paradise. Thank you so much for tagging me and I cannot wait to do this tag. And yeah, let's just start. A huge shout out to Bookworm's Paradise. I'm going to be linking their channel in the description box down below. Question number 1. How many books is too many books in a book series? Actually, there's no right answer to this. I know that 13 books is a lot of books in a book series, but anything above 10, anything above like 6, I guess, I'll be a little skeptical to get into. But then it totally depends. Sometimes like shorter book series still feel like pretty long. It depends on the story. I know that I might not read something if it's like more than 6 or 7 books. Especially like thick 6 or 7 books, because I'll be like, I'm not saying that I won't get into it, I just think that it's be difficult for me to pick up. Because I'll be like, in the same time I can read like so many other books. Question number 2. How do you feel about cliffhangers? I usually don't like them because they are usually not executed well, and I've read so many books where like the author has tried to have a cliffhanger but at the same time I've also read books that have done it well, so it totally depends on the execution. I think cliffhanger by itself, it could be like a cheap way of like making sure that you buy the next book and the next book and the next book, but when done well, I think they're pretty good. So in general I don't like them, but I do know that it can be done well, so I'm not completely against them, but I do think that it needs some level of skill to be pulled off. It's not that easy, and people usually don't get it right. So, question number 3, hardcovers or paperbacks? I'm gonna be real, I find hardbacks really pretty, like so pretty, but there are 2 points of inconvenience. Like, number 1, just because it's pretty doesn't mean that it's practical, so there's that. I find them heavy and I find them like difficult to read, like my fingers. But at the same time, I do like how they look on my shelves, but then they're also expensive and I'm just a student and I've got no money. On the other hand, paperbacks look fine. They're just okay, like look-wise, but then they're a lot more practical, a lot more easier to carry, and a lot more affordable. Based on the pros and cons, I do like hardbacks, but just has one pro, is that it's pretty. So yeah, I prefer paperbacks because like the pro list is longer. Question number 4, favorite book? I'm gonna have to get up for this one. If you've been following my channel for a while, this is not gonna be a surprise for you. 1,000 Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini is my most favorite book ever. I'm a huge fan, guys. I absolutely love this book. On the second hand, I would definitely recommend We Hunt the Flame, because this is not a perfect book, and I understand that, but this was my first book after my like year-long break, so I connected a lot to this book, and therefore I really like it. Oh, baby, I love you. Least favorite book. So, number 1, again, if you have been following my channel for a while, this will come as no surprise. I will probably be reading this book. I read it 2 years ago, and I did not like it, but who knows, maybe I'll just reread it to find out if it's actually as bad as I remember, or am I just exaggerating it in my head? The number 1 book is obviously this one. I'm not gonna say anything about this, I have a whole round review on that. Question number 6, love triangles, yes or no? No, absolutely not. I do not like love triangles, but again, it's one of the things like cliffhangers. Like, I usually do not like them, but if done right, sometimes it is done right, so in those cases I will be open to them. For example, the Cyborg Tinkerer had a really good love triangle, so I liked it. Like, people acted like adults in that book and I liked it. Question number 7, most recent book that you could not finish. I actually finish every single book that I pick up, at least recently. Okay, there was one that I did not finish, but that was an audiobook. I know that a lot of my friends are gonna hate me for saying this, but I could not finish the audiobook of Wicked As You Wish. Now, before you come after me, I know that like a lot of my friends are fans of Rincha Pecco, And I'm not hating on the author. I'm not even hating on the book. I just think that the audiobook in particular did not do it for me. I do wanna read the book in like a physical format so that it's easier for me to consume. The audiobook simply wasn't. I did DNF the book. I did not rate it on Goodreads because I think that my rating would have been unfair because I could not really give the book a fair chance since I consumed it in a format that did not work for me. But I did write like a little review. So that was a book that I did not finish. A book that you're currently reading. I'm reading Crowning Soul, but it's taking me a lot of time to finish. I'm gonna start reading These Violent Delights and I'm super excited for that. I'm probably gonna vlog my experience. I haven't started it yet. I finished reading a novella yesterday. The last book I recommended to someone, it would definitely be Hunted by the Sky. I recommend it to everybody. And the last book that I recommended on my private accounts to all my friends would be Star Daughter by Shweta Thakrar because like it's a new release and I think that people in this subcontinent, in India especially, should read that book. You, person who's watching this video, read the book. It's good. Also check out my interview with Shweta Thakrar. I'm going to link it in the cards, link it in the description below. Check it out. It is amazing. I had so much fun talking to Shweta. Next question. Oldest book you've read, publication date. I have no idea. I have read a lot of like Enid Blyton. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Enid Blyton, Enid Blyton, Enid Blyton, Enid Blyton. I'm not sure which one is the oldest and I'm too lazy to check. Newest book you've read. I guess that would be Crowning Soul because it's supposed to come out. Well, what are the books that are supposed to... I have a lot of arcs, so I need to get through them. But I think the most recent arc that I've read has been Crowning Soul. So yeah, Crowning Soul. Favorite author? This is a hard one. Okay, first of all, it would be Rick Riordan, like, duh. But there are a lot of books that I plan on reading which I haven't read. Hafsa Faisal, Khalid Hosseini. So these are all like some of my favorite authors, but I know that there are a lot of authors out there who I know I will really like. For example, even though I could not finish Wicked as You Wish, I really like the writing style. So I have a feeling that if I actually like, I have the Never Tilting World somewhere. I have a feeling that I will really, really like Rin Chupeko's writing because it was like I actually had fun with the writing. It's just that the story, I could not get fully immersed in it because of the audiobook format. I usually like audiobooks, but for this one it just didn't happen, which is fine. I will read the physical book or the ebook at some point. I think Leigh Bardugo is a pretty good writer because Six of Crows was one of my favorites. Also Roseanne A. Brown, amazing, like freakishly good writer. I'm basically listing off all the good writers that I know. Buying books or borrowing books? I would say buying books. I know that I'm contributing to the capitalist nature of society, but ever since I was a kid, I've just wanted like a library of my own, and I can't have a library of my own if I don't buy books. So I like collecting books. I like having collections, which is why like when I was a kid I had a really sad notion that if I have like one book of the series, I need to buy the entire series. And most of the series that I bought were like, I did read them, but one particular series I have bought and I haven't read at all has been The Inheritance Cycle, which is like the Aragon series. I haven't not read it, but I have like the 4 books. Ugh. But yeah, buying books. I want my own library. I want to be Belle when I grow up. Question number 15. Bookmarks or dog ears? Neither. I kind of just remember which page I was at, or like I finish a chapter, I remember which chapter. Or if I just finish in the middle of something, I try to remember where I was. So I have never used bookmarks. I have definitely never dog-eared my books. I personally don't like creases on my pages, so... A book you can always reread. Any Day, The Hunger Games, and Percy Jackson. They were my childhood favorites, and they will always be my favorite, and I absolutely love those 2 stories. Hence, definitely something I can reread over and over again, but since I haven't read enough yet, I'm pretty sure that I will find books that I will be willing to read over and over again. I actually have The Poppy War somewhere, so I can't wait to start it in September. There's going to be a Poppy War read-along that my friends Krisha and Nandini are hosting, so yeah, that's there. Question number 17. Can you read while hearing music? Absolutely not. I can't. I'm not that smart. Question number 18. One POV or multiple POVs? It actually depends. I do enjoy reading multiple POVs, but if one of the POVs is not good, I'm just gonna end up hating it. I don't have a preference in this case because I think both of them, like, I love books with single as well as multiple POVs, and I like both of them. So, but I really hate it when like there's this one character, one point of view character that I absolutely hate, or like their point of view is just plain boring and I have to go through their POV. Like when I was a kid, I used to skip it. I used to completely skip it because middle grade books were relatively easier to follow. So if you kind of skipped one point of view, you could still figure out what's happening. But now it's gonna be a lot more difficult. But thankfully, I haven't read such a book recently. So yeah. 19. Do you read a book in one sitting or over multiple days? As you guys know, I'm a super slow reader. So yeah, multiple days. There was a time when I could finish it in one single sitting, but it doesn't happen anymore. But who knows, it might just happen. By the end of the year, I would be like, ha! Burning God finished in one day, bitches. But it's not happening anytime soon. And finally, question number 20. Who do I tag? I don't know. I'm gonna link whoever I'm gonna tag in the description down below, so check it out. I'm gonna see who wants to be tagged, and I'm gonna tag them on Twitter over here. So yeah, if you see me shouting you out in the description below, you are tagged, and I will definitely let you know if you're tagged. So that's all I got for you today. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you like me, if you like my face, if you like my content. Give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, because why would you not like it? Why would you not like it? Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you have any answers to this question, if you agree with some of my hot takes or more like just my answers. And yeah, let's get talking. Subscribe, like, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, follow me on my blog, Chronicles of a Fantasy Writer. So yeah, that's it for today, guys, and bye.